This is one of the hottest months thus far, both the weather and the modding community. I'd recommend focusing on this month's wrap-up. The mods are highly valuable, so try and turn on full screen, watch till the end, and note which one of these you'll be using for your mod pack. Perry's Decorations mod offers a mix of vanilla-friendly furniture along with models that have a classic vibe like the radio here. Some of these blocks feature incredibly detailed models, and with enough creativity, you can make an entire library that's perfect for personal scenes. The furniture in Perry's Decorations mod isn't random, but also not too strict, offering a collection of cosmetic blocks to enhance the look of your interiors. Flashback is a newly developed mod published by the same authors as Axiom, and the intention behind it was to rival the famous replay mod, offering every feature a photographer could need, from altering the time of day to changing the FOV, all the way to rendering the sounds, which is arguably the most prominent feature of Flashback. The mod can be a bit buggy, and rendering can be tricky to set up, but it has just been released, leaving plenty of room for improvement. Just for the record, I'll be using it to showcase some of the mods in this video, so stay tuned for that. The slideshow mod adds an item that can project images and GIFs in-game. The projected images are very clear and shiny, allowing for the portrayal of announcements or memes with other players who also have the mod installed. This mod makes for a fun addition to your mod pack, especially if your server or collection is technology themed. When you first spawn in the world, traversing is the first thing you do, particularly if you found yourself in a deserted area. This mod will offer an amazing wooden stable located in the plains biomes. The stable naturally contains horses. 2 to be specific. There's also a chest on site. In it you can find all that you'll need to ride a horse. This mod will expedite exploration in the game, as the stables spawn in green forests, Minecraft's most common biomes. Under the Moon adds a biome named Creep Forest. Within the Creep Forest are some lanterns that give a glimpse of hope in an otherwise pitch-dark place. There are also a bunch of abandoned cabins with useful containers. The creatures here are mostly freaky. Amongst a few others are trees with glowing eyes, along with peekers staring at you and making terrifying sounds. Those are surprisingly peaceful, but can scare you pretty bad as you enter this place for the first time. Night crawlers are the most peculiar, having animated eyes and looking like squids. They can be tamed, and they are supposed to protect me now, but I guess my game is bugged. The main boss within the mod is the Wendigo. It looks quite intimidating, being a hybrid of a skeletal deer and a human body with feathers. This boss is tough to beat, having 300 HP and dealing tons of damage as it releases its red shockwave, along with afflicting the players with all kinds of crippling effects, like the Wendigo yell for example. I love the mod so much, and it's quite rare to find bosses that are actually special, instead of simply being a combination of high HP, high damage, and no animation or technicality whatsoever. This mod adds NPCs that can use guns and assault rifles from the mod Timeless and Classic 0. The NPCs here references the game CSGO, as it will be a game of terror versus soldiers. These NPCs have an incredible accurate aim, so they are dangerous people to fight. As the two groups fight each other, they will make human sounds, making the battle all the more immersive. This is a medieval fantasy mod, one that is quite similar to Ice on Fire. The mythical creatures here are quite well made, but they are small in quantity as the mod is still fresh. Some of these creatures, like the centaur for instance, are quite aggressive, while the satyr is weak and will run away due to its naturally low HP. Killing behemoths like the sea serpent will grant you new stealth armors, and there are also future plans including the Cyclops, so I would recommend following the author on Modern. This mod will spawn ancient structures in the middle of the forest. These are medium-sized fountains that are worth exploring. The ancient fountains contain a lot of interesting details, in addition to some hidden treasures to dig out. Stumbling across one of these fountains can be pleasant, and I personally love fountains, especially the stony types. I don't have to tell you why it's good to install this mod, as my slogan has been and will always be, the more small structures mod, the better the exploration. For adding a touch of charm to your oceans, cute mermaids can be a good place to start. The mod will supply the waters with a number of these creatures. They might seem beautiful and harmless, but the truth is quite the opposite. They are in fact ruthless predators that swallow small creatures, hence their bloated tummies. You can lure and seduce the mermaids using raw fish. They will eat the fish if you right-click them, but I'm not sure if it will have any effect on your relationship with the mermaid. I've never seen any other mod with a similar concept, so I had to recommend the mod for being this unique and also for being well developed. Inka is a mod based on the Mayan mythology. The first creature I'll showcase here is the head clava. This is a big stone golem with 250 health points. It is peaceful, but you don't want to mess with it. The attacks of the golems include the rumbling the earth with its glorious strength, along with slapping the player so hard as to deal life-ending damage. Capac is head clava's companion. The size of this guy can deceive you, but he has exactly the same amount of hearts as an ender dragon. Capac's attack pattern are quite common. He will only dash forward and deal some damage. Once killed, this mob will drop a Mayan totem, an item similar to the totem we know. Inka's mod is very great, but I feel that the author could have worked on some special attacks for the Capac mob. Apart from that, I only have good things to say about this mod. Enchantment info is a mod that tells you which tool, weapon, or armor the enchantment is meant for. Incompatibilities and combos alike are also laid out in the description of the book, clearing any confusion or misconception. The mod can save newcomers lots of time, as enchantments can be extremely puzzling at first. The Illager Warship mod is self-explanatory, so I don't need to get into the details about what this giant ship is or who makes up the crew. Although it's called a warship, they feel more like pirate ships to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. As mentioned earlier, the crew consists of a large gang of Illagers, including pillagers, illusioners, and more. This mod is highly serviceable, adding structures to the ocean's surface, which is currently lacking in the vanilla game. This mod adds a large portfolio of interesting paintings into the game. All sizes are included, meaning this portfolio is quite big. Some of these paintings are vanilla friendly, having Minecraft maps or objects drawn on them artistically. Other paintings, however, are irrelevant to the base game, but look pretty nonetheless. This mod features a small castle found near the shores or in the middle of the desert. These castles are filled with spawners, with 3 or more spawners to be found as you make your way to the top. Now the top is where all the fun takes place. This is where you'll have your boss fight. First, you must eliminate a group of guards before you can fight the Sandstorm boss. Let the battle begin now, and we have here what seems to be a walking desert storm, with a pair of sovereign blades in each hand. The boss, which are called Stormy, dashes forward at an almost instantaneous speed, slashing you in the process. At a certain point, Stormy will spin and approach players, carrying them continuously with the blades. Stormy can also release a sand explosion that knocks back and damages any nearby entities. This boss is quite fast and can easily outrun players, so don't try to run away, face him toe to toe. As Stormy dies, he shrinks and withers away. The Comfort Zone mod will add a collection of pillows with all sorts of colors. If you jump and land on one of these, full damage will be negated and feathers will overwhelm the place. If you have a cat at home, then you will want to craft one of these pillows for them. They love it so much and will constantly seek it out as a source of comfort, hence the name. This mod has nothing to do with progression, but it will be a heartwarming feature to add to your game. This mod will add 3 weapons to the base game. Let's first take a look at the big katana. Katanas are weapons we're all familiar with, and this mod presented said weapons beautifully. These blades can slash through mobs instantly, and it does so with immaculate visuals. The katanas can also block attacks, helping you survive while the blades is cooling down. You're also capable of cutting multiple enemies in a 360 degrees radius. Curved swords are a pair of blades that are meant to be dual-wielded. They can slash enemies with even higher velocity. And similar to the katanas, you can storm forward and slash multiple targets in one straight line. Leaf fists are the third and the final weapon on the mod, and frankly, they are my favorite thus far. With the leaf fist, you will be able to perform martial arts movements, alternating between punches and kicks. The leaf fist too has a dash and attack activated as you sprint, forge and punch simultaneously. These wearables are quite powerful, and in terms of animation, they are perhaps the most notable. First, I'd like to give a warm thanks to my friend and fellow YouTuber Creaturey Hobbit. He was the one to suggest this life-saving mod to me, so all credits goes to him. ReForgedPlay is a forced port of the replay mod that supports 1.18 onward. I've been anticipating the arrival of such mod my whole life, as I am an avid fan of replay mod and all of the opportunities that come with it. I've used Team Decam in the past to do cinematics in Forge, but combining both is a killer mashup. If you are excited about cinematics and making photographs, then I would recommend subscribing to my second channel. I have some videos planned for it and will release them soon. This mod is a newborn mod in the Let's Do series of mods by Satisfy. Let's Do campaign includes all that you will need to set out on a camping trip. Let's start with the backpack boys. These come in different variants, changing not just the colors but also the models. All of the backpacks here have the same storage capacity, and you can't open the backpack unless you unequip it first, which is realistic but a bit annoying. Furthermore, there are camping tents that will shelter you from the freezing cold or the scorching heat. In addition, you can cook meat in the newly added grilling stove. And as the night falls, it is advisable to get enough sleep for the next adventure. Sleeping bags will be the best for such a need, allowing you to rest without changing your spawning point. This mod is great, but I believe the author should have focused more on improving the backpack's functionalities, along with giving use to the camping tents. This mod will change the building style of almost every single structure in the base game, along with adding a new structure too. So let's start with it, shall we? Cherry Grove villages are a new addition to Minecraft. Given their location, they are naturally built using Japanese architecture. These villages contain a lot of details, and I quickly fell in love with the lighting here. The mixture of orange and blue lanterns makes for a scenic location, so this is mostly a nightly district. Existing villages also got better, with taller buildings, higher details, and a noticeable increase in the number of building blocks. Looking at the villages from up above, it's easy to spot how organized they are in comparison to the base game variants. Small structures like the swamp huts also got improved. They are simple yet entirely revamped. Vanilla variants of this structure are good, but these are just great. This is actually a data pack, not a mod, but it has a lot of potential. The fact that it's a data pack doesn't make it any less exciting, as you won't have to worry about dependencies or mod loaders. This is an originally all-in-one mod simply named LUMINOUS. This one, however, is a separate add-on dedicated to the beasts within the mod. It's worth noting that these beasts are not considered full-blown bosses, as they don't have a boss bar of their own. Instead, they are legendary creatures you ought to hunt. The Bone Stalker here is not an easy beast to hunt. It maneuvers and strikes on time, all the while blinding your vision. Once he deals the killing blow, the Bone Stalker will drop its horn. Those you can hang as a trophy. Next up we have the Basalt Executioner. This mod is a nether-based creature. The attacking pattern of this beast consists of slashing you with a giant long axe. The swings of the axe are easy to dodge, but if directly hit, they can send you flying, potentially to a lake of lava, so be careful. The Executioner also summons a group of magma cubes to shield itself as it approaches defeat. Upon death, the Basalt Executioner offers its head as a trophy, along with a music track that slaps. Thanks for watching. I hope that this month's wrap-up was satisfactory. If you enjoyed receiving notifications about each month's wrap-up, I would recommend turning on the bell. Here's a list of all of the monthly episodes released in 2024. Be sure to check them out. Now I'll see you in the next one, my friend.